Hey, what's going on, bros? It's PewDiePie, and today I'm going to be pretty much just ripping off the Moosefigs format of making unedited, lazy videos. No hate. But yeah, all these, I'm just going to be showcasing a bunch of minifigures that aren't really related to each other, and yeah, because I can't be stuffed editing and I want to post something, so yeah. We'll get started with Ant-Man. So this minifigure is based off the 2018 version of Ant-Man, and I've grown to like the costume a lot. I didn't like it at first, but yeah, I hate the Civil War costume with the grey. This minifigure didn't take long at all to make, surprisingly. Yeah, so the helmet is removable, of course, and that is just made out of a generic racer helmet. So focus, please, mate. The so it was sanded heavily, and there's a lot of sculpting on it. Just get it closer up. So it was sanded and sculpted on, and the bits on the ears are made out of plastic card, and they're just glued on the sides. And this doesn't want to focus, but we won't stop now. Yeah, so the head is from the Chris Pratt minifigure, or a lot of minifigures from the MCU. Lego doesn't have a problem with reusing it time and time again, so I don't have a problem with it either. Back off. So the eyes are painted over for the lenses, and you can see them through the helmet, so that's the only way I could really do it without completely destroying the helmet. The gauntlets and the belt are made out of electrical tape, and the circle bit on the belt is sculpted, and then everything else is just painted, and there's quite a bit of detail, I think, and it turned out good in my opinion, and I'm really happy with this minifigure. So I'll also be making a couple other characters from the movie, including Wasp for sure, and if Goliath gets a costume, I'll make him, and probably Ghost as well. So that's Ant-Man. And next up is two minifigures from Shaun of the Dead. So I made these recently, just out of a spur of inspiration, and I absolutely love this movie. I really like all the Edgar Wright movies, and especially the ones with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, so this one's one of my favourites, as well as Hot Fuzz and The World's End. And so I used one of those generic plain faces, and I just painted on a likeness to Simon Pegg, which I think looks pretty good. The hair is painted, it's Mr. Incredible's hair, it's painted to match the facial hair, and that's just a blonde colour which I mixed. The cricket bat is stolen from my Fifth Doctor, and I washed it in a darker brown, and that's just made out of an icy pole stick, which was cut up and sanded, and it was shoved into some plastic Lego tubing. So yeah, the sleeves are sleeves are made out of electrical tape, to show that they're short, yes. And there's a blood splatter across his arm and onto the shirt, and the whole torso was completely painted. His shoes have a little bit of a dirt effect painted onto them as well, so just extra weathering for these figures because it's an apocalyptic setting. So that is Shaun, and I'll just put him here. In the second half of these two minifigures, Ed, played by Nick Frost, and I really love this minifigure. It's the first one I've sculpted the gut, so he's a thick baby. He's got some nifty hair. It's a Superman hairpiece. It isn't completely accurate, but it's the best I had. Yeah, so the face is almost completely painted except for the eyes, and yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out, especially the stubble, which I'm finally getting good at. The shovel, which I also really like. I painted the end silver, and I did a really heavy dirt and blood effect which kind of streaked down, and I think that looks really cool and realistic. It's also on the inside as well, and I'll just take that off to get it out of the way. Yeah, so he's the skin on his arms was painted, and his shirt design was also painted on there, which is quite difficult. Yeah, lettering is always really difficult when it's at this scale. There's a few wrinkles, and his shorts are painted with the flesh there, and his Nike shoes, white shoes, and he's got a watch made out of a stud glove top kind of thing. And I also sliced off half the neck to make him look fatter, and I just love this minifigure and both of these and the movie in general, so I'm really happy with how they turned out, and yeah, hope you guys like them too. And for the final minifigure in this video, I have the Teletubby Arnim Zola, based off the comics, Marvel Comics. He's a Captain America villain, if you do not know that, and I know nothing about him. I just made him because he looks shit, and that's a good way to get practice, so I guess I'll just take this off the tripod. He was really interesting to make, and really different from anything else I've done before, and a lot of people really liked him, so it paid off. What I did was I drilled a hole into the torso and cut it out, hollowed it, and sculpted a face inside there, and I painted that. And it turned out really good, I think. He's got a waist cape on there, and a belt made out of electrical tape, and some boots painted on there with electrical tape going around, and this purple kind of frame which goes up onto the top is also sculpted, and yeah, there's a bit of detail there, and then there's just some bits of Lego. I'll try and get something to point with, bear with me. So these parts here are just made out of a cut up foot, and this big camera box thing is made out of a piece of foam, and other Lego pieces like a tube which was sliced and put on the top, and just random pieces, and then it was just painted with some detail. And yeah, he has stud glove tops to get the yellow stripes there, and yeah, I'm really happy with this. It's quite unique, I think, and it's something different, so yeah, I like it, and I hope you guys all enjoyed these minifigures. So I'll just line them up real quick to copy Moose Figs like he does it every video. He does this, and gotta be like your idols, because I have no personality. There you go. Lovely. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like the minifigures. Check them out on Flickr and Instagram, and goodbye.